Alrighty, let's get this music started here. Yo, thank you for the sub, Big Zilla. That was quick. I think that's the fastest I've ever started stream, and all of a sudden there's an alert. Holy moly, that was fast. Alright, so we are hunting Iron Thorns again, because we didn't get it last time we did it last week, so. Alright. So. I know the, I know the music's not gonna quite fit, but, I don't have a calm playlist yet. Big Daddy, what? Alrighty, let's see. The fun bit is, oh, this is the one where I'm probably gonna have to buy more noodle after this. Oh no, I have 81. What funny? Chat up on my screen here. I won't lie, that scared the hell out of me. What did? The notification, or is the notification sound still too loud? Also, what do you guys think of the thumbnail? I think the thumbnail today is absolutely perfect. It's the hot dog and noodle sandwich. Like, I know chorizo is not that. Technically, it's supposed to be more like a salami, but you know, we're just putting on full-on freaking hot dogs. This attracts electric types. This is what they find yummy. No, I just wasn't expecting it. The notification is fine. Yeah, like I said, it was like, boom, right as we start stream, new subscriber. We're at 372. We got 338 like 2 weeks ago, so we are definitely moving. There is a chance we get to 400 by the end of the year. Small chance, but a chance nonetheless. Also, I already used up all of the XP candies from the Mewtwo, right? The 3 Mewtwo's I beat. Thank you, Reddit, for coming up with encounter level 2 sandwiches for all the Pokemon types, so. Oh, I do need to check something here, make sure these are all working, so I'm just gonna see, test, hopefully the bot, yay! The bot does actually work for that. Oh yeah, and there's also, just for you, Bri. Good luck with the shiny hunting Applins at my end right now. I don't know how to shiny hunt Applin. That's like the one thing I'm worried about. It's like I want to get one because like I said, I've kind of peaked at well, I have seen what the shiny Diplin looks like, and I am very much wanting one. Okay, I picked the right sandwich, yes. But welcome back, Alsu, or Osilia, whichever you prefer. It might take me a few times to, with the, between chats to remember which one you prefer, but I will definitely try. But anyway, yeah, I will say, do sub to my friend Anna Doodles, because YouTube is kind of cucking them as far as channel discoverability goes right now with two of the Heather's animatics that they did. Doesn't really bother me much. Alrighty. Hopefully the latency. Hopefully I remembered to put the low latency on. But I was trying to figure out a way to add the now playing bit to the stream, and I couldn't quite figure out a way how to. It might take me just like a little bit more playing with it to get it to work, but yeah, in the description there's all the games that have music on this playlist. So if somebody is like curious on like, oh hey, what song is playing, just ask and I can just switch over to the Windows Media Player and look at it. So, like I said, I'm sorry the music doesn't quite fit the chill bit, but yeah, I'll probably work on the next week, hopefully in between streams and all the hours at work on getting a playlist that will fit any vibe for the stream that we so choose. But definitely sub to Anna Doodles if you guys are into webtoons or art or animatics. Because their Heather's ones are really popular. They've also got they also work on the webtoon Lovebot with their wife. They did the webtoon Muted, and then right now they're also working on another project, Lydia Gray, which I am very much excited for, and I wish I could pre-order it already, but I can't. Alright, so we're getting a lot more Iron Thorns spawns right now. The only problem is none of them are sparkling. I forgot I added this one this morning. There's a lot I actually added this morning. I'll not divulge how I got these added, but I will say 3 Hopes and 3 Houses I do have the CDs for, along with Breath of the Wild. Oh, did not want to land on you, but I'm sorry. I do want to see like how much it would cost to get a DS, like a DSi or something like that with a capture card, and see if I can get a copy for like 2 for less than $100 somewhere, or Black 2, because I'd love to do just a chill playthrough of those without an emulator, because I know using an emulator will get you in a lot of trouble with Nintendo, and they'll never want to work with you. But anyway, I hope everybody's having a wonderful day so far. Oh, I just realized shinies can spawn on the walls in this area. I forgot to touch on this yesterday, but tomorrow, instead of 2 streams, there's going to be a normal stream at normal time, and that is purely because I am covering somebody at work to go to, so that way they can go to a funeral. So we're just going to have our normal stream tomorrow. If we don't get the damn Iron Thorns tonight, we're gonna be back at it tomorrow night. Like, I want to get this thing on stream. Where's that Raichu going? But like, work today was busy. Well, it wasn't busy at all. It was like I spent a lot of my time today just using my hat to kill a bunch of flies. Because it's summer and they come in from outside. Yeah, and this is normal. 11:15 p.m. Pacific is usually when I start streaming. Unless I'm off early or I'm just like on the time off, like, because with my job I work till 10 p.m. my time, so and then because I'm usually up for hours afterwards, I have decided, you know what, I'm just going to be one of those late night streamers for Pacific, so, well, not Pacific, but it's why there's a little bit more, like for like Mario Kart, we had more people like from the UK, somebody was from Hong Kong, we had like somebody from Sweden, somebody from the Netherlands, which is really cool. It's really cool to actually like stream and meet people from other parts of the country and interact with, you know. But yeah, I am basically going to end up being a late night. That's why it's a lot harder to find people to raid in my case. Because it's also like, oh, there's nobody, you know. When I end stream, there's usually like maybe 1 or 2 people in chat. Usually not all myself, but I'm also 2 hours ahead of you. Yeah, I typically go to bed 2-3 hours after I end stream. Well, typically it's like usually it's like, oh, only like an hour and a half. But like, even when I did that 30-minute Fire Emblem stream the other night, I was still up for a little bit because all of a sudden I just got like the second win, and I was like, I know I'm not in no condition to start streaming again, but and that's also something we'll probably do the next week or so too, is we'll probably just grind more on that. I didn't see the shine just like disappear. We are gonna try and finish that Crimson Flower run I have, but I also want to make sure that I have I want to try and get the Renown glitch to trigger for when we do the blue lines, because I'm frankly, just for my own content, because I think it's funny, I'm gonna still recruit Bernadetta and just go absolutely ham with her. If you've never played Fire Emblem Three Houses, don't worry, you'll find out. If you have played Three Houses, I will say this, in case you missed my rant on it last week. I do not like Dimitri. I think I don't understand people's infatuation with him. But I have never played Azure Moon, which is the Blue Lions route, on 3 houses. I did Azure Gleam on 3 Hopes, where he was like, alright. I never really watched an Azure Moon playthrough. So we're gonna do it that way, and then begrudgingly, if that does well, I guess I'll have to do a Silver Snow playthrough after that. I started doing one, never picked it back up, but yeah, I'm definitely a Crimson Flower boy. It'd be fun for a VTuber model. Because eventually I do want to be a VTuber, so just that way you guys can. I'm not just like the disembodied voice talking with some gameplay, you know. That way, if I do something dumb, you can see my reaction. Like I really do. Like in the last few years, I've really ended up liking VTubers. Like, so before I was like, oh, that's a neat medium, and then like my favorite singer became a VTuber. One of my favorite animators became a VTuber. So it just got to the point where it's like eventually I'm like, I want to do that. That seems fun, and you know, at least going out in public, if you ever get big, like you could maintain at least a little bit of privacy if you could throw your voice a little bit or whatever. But like, I know my face is already out on the internet, but I think if I ever do actually become a VTuber, I'll probably launch new social media profiles with the new name, just so that way, you know, there's less people knowing exactly what I look like. It is hella pricey, and that's why I say like it's something like for down the road. But it's like I already have a few artists in mind for at least the general concepting. So you know, it's just a matter of saving up enough to do it. But like especially in the last like year, like, well, 6 months to a year, it is something that like more and more I've looked at, like I want to do this, especially because you know, when I watch Rin Penrose explode onto the scene, I was like, oh, okay. And you know, I never thought you could be like super big and half of your content be PowerPoint presentations, but you know, here, there's Rin. If you don't know who I'm talking about, Rin Penrose of Idol. They are very, very entertaining and very blow high focused. What are you doing? Alright, there we go. Thank you, Maridon. What was the last shiny we got? Oh yeah, shiny Bagon. I almost thought I was being chased by an Iron Treads there for a moment. Knuckle stack, you are taking up too many spawns! I got this thing on shuffle. And we are getting like Sword and, well, Scarlet and Violet after Scarlet and Violet music. Why are you dumb? You know, this is actually the first Pokemon game I ever actually shiny hunting. Got hooked on it for the first month when it came out, and then kind of stopped playing after the first Charizard raid. That is completely understandable. Just came back like I said a few days ago. Yeah, it's like Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon were the first ones I shiny hunted on, but I just did the wormhole method because I was like, all right, I never had the patience to shiny hunt, and I still don't. That's why when people do like, oh, you know, I did so many encounters in the Poké Radar grass, or you know, the Masuda method. I'm like, how do you have the patience for that? My ADHD says that is a dumb idea. So yeah, this is like yeah, and then I shiny hunted a bunch on Pokemon Legends Arceus, which is also a game that I'm considering shiny hunting on. But it's like usually I'll shiny hunt if I have some way to like reduce the odds to a good amount. The only reason I'm not doing anything with other than just I don't have any Herba Mystica right now is because I can change the amount of Pokemon, and therefore you know, the shiny does seem like it comes quicker when it's still technically, you know, the one in however large the odds are right now. Yeah, I still don't know how, like, shiny resetting for legendaries, how do you have the patience for that? If I want to shiny hunt a box art legendary, I will do it in Pokemon Go, because the odds for that are like 1 in 25. Yeah, I'm not even using a shiny sandwich right now. I'm just using a sandwich level 2. That's all I've done on stream is just shiny level 2 sandwiches. Wait a second. What? Okay, no. Yeah, I shiny hunt with the broke boy method, of guy who hasn't sat in YouTube chats for those the hacking streamers who will sit there and just like, oh, here, I made this raid that you can get into that gives you 99 of each Herba Mystica or whatever, and it's like, because I don't know if Nintendo keeps track of players who will go to those raids or not. I don't want me to get in trouble. I was already nervous because there was a few times in Sword and Shield, because there's that raid exploit back then, where you could technically save your shiny raids, and so people were spamming their shiny raids, and they were doing like the shiny rolls and shiny checks. But when you deliberately hack the game to drop that much stuff, that's where it's like, Granted, I think there should be less of a care on if a Pokemon's shiny. If you're generating the item to shiny hints it easier, or... Okay, I thought for a second that might have been a shiny Iron Mall. Let's see. How much time do we have left on the sandwich here? 7 minutes and we still don't have a shiny. Ooh. But I think I can agree with some people when they're like, like with the VGC bit, doing shinies and Sword and Shield at one point. I mean, you could dupe shinies on Emerald still. Like a few of the older games still have dupe glitches. I was an honorable player 2.0, like some basic exploits that within the game's natural system I may use on occasion. Oh yeah, like the infinite rare candy glitch in Pokemon Black 2 and White 2. There's a lot of people who don't realize that glitch exists. Because I want to say also back then, TMs, they didn't proportionally, when your Pokemon learned a move, they didn't have a power points proportional to the move that got deleted. That they just straight up gave you the full PP. So you could literally, since they were unbreakable, you could just sit there and the breeders in Nimbasa City, in the sports arenas, after you beat them, you get a rare candy. If you didn't exit the building, you just exited the floor after you beat them and you came back, the mechanic with the Pokemon Breeder Trainer class in those games was that they would rebattle you every time they saw you. Or you talked to them. So you could sit there and farm rare candies off these breeders forever. It was basically infinite money and infinite rare candies. And it took like 7 moves to beat them, because or usually like 6, because like one of their mons had sturdy. Oh yeah, I will be completely honest, I used that glitch in Tears of the Kingdom. After I beat the game on accident, yeah, I used that glitch. I'm not shy about that, because it's like, there's no competitive or online play for Tears of the Kingdom. I duped all the way up to 999 silver Lionel Saber horns. I duped diamonds. I duped so much. I duped till I got to a point where I was comfortable, and then I was like, alright, that's it. But literally, it's like that game, I've got shrines and a few like side quests to do, and I don't know if anyone would be down for me doing that. Like one of these days, just like, alright, we're just gonna go do some shrines and beat up some Gloom Hands, because now with the second modder, or at least the second TV that I use for the Switch, I feel much more comfortable playing Switch games, because now I'm going to be fully able to see what's going on rather than leaning about 2 inches in front of the TV and squinting. Never played Black 2, White 2, or X and Y. I love Black 2, White 2. I do not care about people who bash Unova so undeservedly, because they're like, oh, there was an ice cream cone. It's like, yeah, you had a fucking pile of sludge and a ball of magnet in Gen 1. What's your point? You gave a rock a face in Gen 1. Ice cream cone, to be mad at that is like, you call it an uncreative and an unoriginal design. I'm sorry. No. You don't get to play that card. Like Gen 5. Gen 4 and Gen 5 are my favorite gens. Along, and this is also a hot take. Gen 7. I hate the amount of cutscenes it takes. But the rest of Gen 7, from a lot of the Pokemon to some of the story elements, to just the environment, I love Alola. Galar's great too. DLC definitely saved that one in my mind, because there's only like a few areas where I was like, oh yeah, okay, but yeah. I do love Unova. I love Galar. And like I said, I love Hoenn Pokemon, but like as a region, I'm kind of indifferent towards Hoenn. And here's another hot take that pisses so many people off when I say it. I prefer Z moves over Mega Evolution. I got flamed so hard when I was in a Pokemon Draft League server for that opinion. And there's a lot of people who hated me for that opinion. Because they're like, Megas weren't broken. It's like, yes, yeah, they were. Because here's the thing. You could have it. That's where I picked up my journey. That's where my Pokemon journey picked up again, was Moon. I stopped after Emerald and started again with Moon onward. Yeah. But it's like, my thing with Mega Evolutions was the 100 base stat total increase that didn't like end after like switching out or anything, and their brand new abilities. And some of these mons were already like cracked, broken at, or like really good as it was. And then you added Mega Evolution on. Well, it was just like one of those where it's like, alright. Whereas when Z moves, sometimes a Z move with the base power increase would equal like a single attack from a Mega Evolved Pokemon. But Z moves, I always liked the bit where it was a tactical aspect on when you had to use it. Like, you got it for one turn. Not for the entire rest of a battle. One turn. And people are still a little probably salty with me about that, and some people are going to be, probably if they watch this video back, as I have discovered some people do. My God, I'm probably going to get roasted for that, but yeah, I will die on the hill of defending Z moves. Okay, I think this sandwich ran out. Also, I just realized where, I realized I was covering up chat there slightly. Sorry about that. But like the environments of Alola, I really liked it. It felt diverse. Ultra Beasts, love them. I do really like Nihilego and Ferrosoma. I thought you were like some glitched giraffe right there for a moment. Yeah, I really like Alola. I will say I think the worst regions or Kanto and Johto, and I will say that as someone whose first game was a Kanto game. Oh, Aether Foundation's great. Aether Foundation was like one of those where I might add it to the soundtrack for stream. But yeah, I definitely like the Lusamine battle theme for not specifically the first Lusamine battle in Sun and Moon, the second one. Yo, welcome back, Forrest. I will say the shiny has not appeared, and we are one sandwich in. No, I'm just gonna like speed this up actually. No. But we were just talking about like some of the mechanics and my defense of Alola and its Z moves, despite the cutscenes. Also, Alola forms were the start of the regional variants, and I still say that they have the best of the regional variants. I mean, just look at this. Look at this absolute unit. Look at it. It's amazing. Also, Alola Ninetales. I love Alola Ninetales. I like Alolan Sandslash. This is the 2 Giorzo formula. You can tell I haven't made full 100 sandwiches since I last bought picks, but I do think though that Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, for at least like replayability, I think have a little bit more than Sun and Moon. Also because there's a bit more of a post game for Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, because I think Rainbow Rocket is easily one of the best post game ideas that they've had. Getting to battle all the villains, if they were successful, each with a freaking legendary on their team. I think that was great. The wormhole method for shiny hunting, that was great. You know, it was the first time I think you could get shiny Reshiram, Zekrom, and Kyurem legit without an event. So I know for shiny hunters, like that was good for them. So, if you can muster through it, and if your 3DS isn't region locked, getting used Japanese copies is oftentimes a lot less expensive than getting an English copy. Because, like, where a US English copy of Pokemon Platinum can be, like, $100, $200, like, just the cartridge by itself. I got a copy of Platinum Japanese for, I think I got it like $50 on eBay. Case, booklet, whole thing. Like the Japanese resale market compared to the American resale market is significantly different, because if you can put up with, like, even if you can't read Hiragana or Katakana, it's Pokemon. It's pretty easy to understand. Even then, you know, you have, you know, the movesets aren't different between languages, so you just look up, like, oh, okay, this move is this, when it's trying to learn something. So, yeah, getting Japanese copies is what I recommend. But I don't know how much that affects with Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon now because of what is it? They have you pick your language at the start, so I don't think the regionalized copies were much of a thing anymore for those games. But I know for like Gen 4 and Gen 5, definitely, if you can, go for the Japanese copies. What are you doing right on? Also, I can't remember like how dark a Raichu, shiny Raichu is compared to like regular Raichu, so for all I know, I could have missed like 3 shiny Raichu by now. And like I said, if anyone's curious about the music selection, like, oh hey, what's this song? Where's it from? You know, just, you know, no, you don't need to be shy. Just ask, and I can just look at what's playing right now. Like, I'm sorry it doesn't fully fit like the chill vibe, because like I know Harry Zero's got a beautiful theme, but I want a music that I can listen to when I'm playing the game. Because it is kind of weird, just like talking, and there's nothing in the background for me to rock out to, I should say. That's why I like the Mewtwo stream the other day, which, by the way, as far between release and like the first 48 hours, that is the most successful stream I've had. For a stream being up in its first 48 hours, you guys made that stream amazing for me, and I'm very much grateful. Do I think I'm gonna stream for 5 hours again anytime soon? I don't know. Hunting in the water is dreadful, especially that sun glare that happens in the daytime. Oh god. Yeah, especially because you'd have, for any hunting right now, hunting a mono water I think is like one of the worst things you can do in this game. Like, unless you're just generally just going for like any shiny. I prefer YouTube because obviously I have, you know, the base is here. But I am going to be trying to do more on Twitch as far as like Unite goes, because I know Unite has more of a base over on Twitch than it does on YouTube, but I am going to try to upload the VODs here until I get a VOD channel, and I'll put like the Twitch VODs on there. But, you know, this is like the first time I'm really gonna be able to like stream regularly, because now I have my own PC. Like, I'm not relying on just borrowing my younger brothers or anything like that. This is, you know, like I said, I definitely didn't think, like, even with the PCs, like, oh man, my channel's probably not gonna go anywhere because, you know, it's all gonna be in the doldrums, because for years of stagnation. And, you know, to come back and, you know, to meet so many new people and the channel to start growing again, it does make me really happy, and I'm very grateful that you guys have given me this chance to entertain you guys late at night. Also, the fact that I also haven't had like a bunch of bots in the chat, you know, that is also makes me very happy because, you know, I see those bots having other streamers. I'm like, hasn't happened to me yet. I haven't had that rite of passage. Non-static. Oh, in this game or just in general? Because, my first non-static is such... it wounds me on what happened. I mean, this is the first, so like, okay. The year is 2014. I was playing Pokemon Pearl for the umpteenth time because, like, I've replayed Sinnoh a lot. I had never found a random odd shiny before. I'm on Route 201. It's the very start of the game. The last tile of grass before I get to Sandgem Town, before I can even see Rome, before I can even get Pokeballs, is a shiny Starly. I am staring at this Starly with my Turtwig, and I am just fuming mad because, like, for years I've had friends like, oh, I got this shiny last night. I got this, and I was like, oh man, that's great for you. And then I just, yeah. My first shiny was a punch in the gut because it was uncatchable. The first random shiny I ever caught, though, was in a ROM hack called Pokemon Snakewood. I caught a shiny Sandshrew. And then, mainline games. First shiny I ever caught, I believe, because I can't remember if this was before or after Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, was a shiny Geodude on a Pokemon Platinum version. Didn't know that it knew self-destruct, so I'm really glad I caught that first ball. Do ROM hacks count, though? Depends. That's why I was like, if you count that. But, yeah, so that was definitely still, I think I actually might still have the Geodude, but I think he's sitting in home right now, in Pokemon Home, because Geodude is not in Violet. But he's like a fully evolved, he's a Golem now. His name is Lucky. And then, of course, there was the Wormhole Shinies on Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. So I got a few of those, like Shiny Binacle or Barbaracle or whichever one. The two-leg Barnacle one. That was my first one on there. It wasn't full odds, but you know, it's a shiny. It wasn't static. And then playing Pokemon Sword for the first time. The first Pokemon I ever encountered in the wild area was a shiny Vanillite. He is now a level 100 Vanillite. He is still a Vanillite. I won't evolve him because he's too adorable. And his name is Strawberry. I beat the game, and I let Strawberry deal the final hit to Leon's Charizard. And in this game, before I got to the first Pokemon Center, I found a shiny Tarantula. Legends Arceus, I can't even remember what my first shiny was on Legends Arceus. I'm gonna be completely honest. Delicious ice cream. Strawberry is... He was a good little boy. He was named Drumstick for a little bit. Just because... I think it was like the Drumstick Twitter account was interacting with Pokemon and stuff like that. So I nicknamed him Drumstick just for like a few days. Go look behind me. No. You've got red, not gray. Okay. But, yeah. Pokemon Go, my first shiny was a Feebas. I believe so. Yeah, I've had that shiny Milotic now for a while. But, like, I've definitely, like, traded for some shinies. I've definitely ended up getting a lot of shinies off of used copies. Some are legit, some aren't. But, you know, I don't play online competitively, so... Like, I'll do the raids, but that's never player versus player, so... But it's been years since I've used anything... It's definitely been years since I've used any cheating devices. Wow, we're halfway through our second sandwich and still nothing. Yeah, same. I don't like competitive, like, even Battle Tower stuff I usually don't do. Same. It's just a stressor. It's like Pokemon is a game that I play to relax a lot of the time. You know, it is a simple game, and, you know, sometimes, you know, you don't get the same vibes for certain games for relaxing. Like, if I come home angry, I'm more likely to not play or probably even stream Pokemon. I'll probably do something that might have a little bit of violence to it, so... Well, I guess I shouldn't say I shouldn't stream Pokemon, because, like, I'll play Unite, but... like y'all saw on Twitch, I can get triggered very easily on Unite. Okay, why did 5 Braviary spawn? Why are so many non... Yeah, it's just a lot of those things where it's like, oh yeah, you know, EV and IV training to the exact way. It's like, eh. That's why if I do competitive, it's gonna be on Pokemon Showdown and in Draft League, because there was a time where I'd really like fantasy football, and then putting that in a Pokemon pretty much perspective, you know, it was a lot of fun to sit there and like draft, and then, you know, try and fight your way through the season with this ragtag group of Pokemon that you picked. Was I good at it? No, because I didn't sit there and do nearly as much prep work as everybody else when they'd go over like every single little bit, and I just be like, all right, I'm gonna do this on this and this on this, and there we go. Like, eventually, I think it'd be cool to run my own draft league with my channel and like community, but I also know that takes like a lot of time and work and patience. But I definitely like to, you know, eventually do one where it's like just kind of like for beginners, you know, and just casual, and just like not tryhards, not tryharding. But I know if I did do that, something like that, I'd have to probably not stream every single night, which is for the most part what I've been doing. You know, with a couple exceptions of like, oh, this is on Twitch or this will be on YouTube. You know, I'm at the point where it's like I'm seeing the channel growth, and I'm like, I don't want to let this slip through my fingers and have YouTube go like, oh, you didn't do anything for a whole 48 hours. Guess what? We're not going to recommend your channel out again. I watched someone on Twitch do competitive in Scarlet and Violet for the first 2 seasons. Fun to watch, but certainly not for me. Yeah. Like, those who do competitive, I'm not gonna shit on them. I was like, I do have respect. You have the patience and the dedication for it. Something like that is like, yeah, I'm not gonna sit there and like mock you or like, oh man, this guy, you know, he must not have a life if he's just crunching numbers for Come on all the time. It's like, no, you're doing what you like. You wouldn't be doing it if you didn't like doing it. I don't feel the need to rain on somebody's parade for something like that. But if you're gonna be a dick to me because I'm not, you know, playing Pokemon or something like that exactly like you, like, or even, you know, cough cough TikTok when I play Zelda, because, you know, I never really flurry dodged at first or blocked or parried or anything like that. TikTok laughed at me, and I think I have 1 million views just off of Zelda stuff on TikTok. Speaking of TikTok, let's see. Does this still work? Oh, I guess I didn't add a TikTok command. Oh, no, I did. Okay. Man. Iron Thorns is just being an Iron Thorn on my side. Ha! Got him. There's a lot of Halucha spawn. Too bad Halucha isn't like a Pokemon that's worth shiny hunting, because they're freaking everywhere in this game. Actually, they're only in these certain few areas. It's like, no, they're everywhere. I can't shiny hunt Lucario because of Copper and Halucha being much more prevalent in the spawn tables. So when you use a sandwich to try and hunt those, yeah. Also, if we get to 500 subscribers, I will actually create a new Discord server. I'm setting a goal. I know it's a ways away, but that's also to give me time to learn how to interact with the community. That, you know. And also to kind of have it, when I make it, be more of mine and not just like a specific like part of some, you know, another content creators. Because I was like, I've always kind of felt a little you know, weird with when I had a Discord server too, because it was like, all right, it's like it was a gaggle of people that I just was meeting off of other servers. It wasn't like people that I, you know, it didn't feel like my own community. It felt just like a mix of other communities I had been in for a while. So, you know, I want to kind of build my own community before I make a server again. So, if that makes any sense. Also, I will delete because there's some bad memories between me and some people who were on there, so. Okay, where is the shiny? Yeah, I just felt like I was borrowing too much from other people for my server, so. So I got 6 minutes on this sandwich, and that's it. Oh, jeez. What the dog doing? God, it'd be funny to get a shiny a rock, Lycan rock. That makes sense, yeah. I've never been like the best at like public speaking when I'm on the spotlight. Like, I can speak loud and I can speak clear, but I will fumble through my words. So, was hype when I found a shiny Rockruff, but sad when I learned it needs a certain ability to evolve in dust form. Yeah. They made it tricky with that, because you have to find the shiny like between a specific point in the day when it can have that ability. And it's like, it's a narrow mind frame. Well, narrow time frame. And you can't even like ability patch or anything like that to it, or ability capsule. It's like you're just stuck. But it's like, either way, shiny Lycanroc isn't a bad shiny by any means. Like, neither form is bad. Like, I have thought about like maybe once I actually have like Herba Mystica, you know, actually making those sandwiches for those raids. Well, not for the raids, but for the see, I can't even talk. Making the sandwiches for sparkling power, and then kind of going after like the Rockruff and stuff. You know, maybe I'll absolutely torture myself and we'll do a Salazzle shiny hunt. Tynamo shiny hunt? Oh, jeez. Oh. If I'm hunting something like that, I am definitely going to have to stock up on Herba. That's one thing I wish Nintendo would do, is I wish they'd have like a serial code giveaway or something like that for Herba Mystica. Because, you know, a large majority of your players who don't do competitive are going to do this sort of stuff, like the hunting for shiny Pokemon. So why not, instead of just trying to, you know, nudge all your players into playing competitively, you know, why not try and just, like, connect also to those players who just want the shiny? Oh! Oh, no, not Ditto or Zora. Oh, why would you wish that on me? I think if those two Pokemon are shiny, they should appear as shiny in the overworld as themselves, just to spare anybody. Because like I have had the thought many times of, I wonder if I've already passed a shiny Ditto or Zora or Zoroark. Now, Hisuian Zora is a hunt I'm willing to do on Legends Arceus. Because in Legends Arceus, there's no abilities, which means they don't disguise themselves. So Hisuian Zora and Zoroark, yeah, I am much more willing to do those ones. Because there's still a couple of Hisuian forms I need shiny. Wow. Alright. 2 Sammys in. 0 shines. Yeah, I have no doubt those are dreadful hunts. Like, I'm already sort of dreading shiny Dundozos. Like, because I like to eventually get a shiny Dundozo, but my therapy hunt is usually Iron Valiant, so. It's not a Dynamo. I will save though because I do want to keep these levels I used on stuff. Woo. Okay, so I need the hot doggies. Noodle and wasabi. Did get one of my 3 applins about half hour ago. Took 5 shiny sandwiches. Jeez. I don't want to be spoiled, but like, because this is unconfirmed or not, there was rumors, and these are just rumors and speculatives. Nothing's been like found or leaked. There was rumors that there could be a 4th Applin evolution, but I don't think that's true, just because of Archaludon. But also, you might want to just get a 4th just to have the baby, and then it's all 3 of its evolutions. But eventually, I will hunt Applin if it is a noticeable shiny, because DLC. There was rumor that there would be another Applin Evo in Indigo Disc, but I think I don't think that's true, because I think because we're getting Archaludon, it's a 2nd. Yeah. The lists of returning Pokemon have been data mined and leaked already. But the new evolutions and stuff like that, a lot of them, well, other than Teal Mask, which already leaked the entire Pokedex for, I think that since we're getting Archaludon, it's an evolution of an 8th gen. Same with how we're getting Daplin. Yeah. I think they're going to probably keep it to 1 8th gen evolution for each DLC there. So, I don't believe that we'll get another Applin form, but if you are going for like a shiny living dex, I get the 4th. Because Diplin was revealed in Pokemon Presents, so. And so, if that's not a leak, that's just it's coming. You're all silver tops. Also, like I said, if I don't register that I'm seeing a shiny, somebody shout at me for it. Honestly, I'm just messing around my shiny hunt, and I only started with the ones I wanted, then it turned into, whoop, let's see how far we can take it, I guess. Mood. I hunted Valiant first, because I was like, I must have a shiny Iron Valiant. And then I got one, and then I got 36 more, and I traded one of them for a Cubfu. So, yeah, I've caught 37 shiny Iron Valiant. I have 36 on the save. I probably should have put in the description of the stream, though, the nickname priorities on shinies. Because it'll go, people who raid. and then I'll go by chat recommendation. Gardevoir and then Valiant were the first two hunted. Yeah. Yeah. I think I was the same. Or. Yeah, hang on a second. Like, I know I'm wasting so much time here to look, but. Yeah, I think I actually went Iron Valiant and then I hunted for Iron Hands. Because everyone was using Iron Hands in raids, and I was like, alright, why not just get a shiny one? That'll be a little bit, a miniature flex, if you will. And that's when I discovered Iron Hands shiny was awful. Yeah, I use Bongo Belly a lot. I have dropped some 5-star raid bosses stupidly fast with it. Because it is still pretty bulky naturally, so like, even after, you know, granted, its speed is the one thing that's kind of like, but like any slow mon, yeah, you can smack it around. As long as you can live like a hit or two. If you keep Drain Punch on it, yeah, you're golden. Okay, I do not understand this. Can anything even spawn up here? Oh, you've been taking out my spawns, haven't you? I do think it's kind of funny how the community first went like Iron Hands is the best thing for raids, and then like a few weeks after launch it was Annihilate. Everybody get an Annihilate. And now it's like half the time you can't go into a raid without seeing Annihilate or Iron Hands. Which, you know, it's fine. It's, you know, people can use the ones they like. Although I just ask that they pay attention to movesets a little bit more. So we're not running into, oh, this is just the Terror type. Well, so Fighting type was like, no, its base type is Psychic. It's going to have Psychic moves. I'm helping! No, you're not. There are still some 6-star raids that just wipe me out no matter what I do. Money making is rough when you spend it all on cough, drugs, cough. I'd say the money making isn't all that bad in this game. Like, it's definitely been harder in other games. Speaking of which, BDSP, one thing I wish they had kept... Well, granted, I don't think I've actually gone over to see if it's still technically in there. Because, like, on Shining Pearl, yeah, I've beaten Shining Pearl, but I haven't done much afterwards. Cynthia's... Well... You straight up get a manor in the resort area. A mansion. You know, I like the, like, oh, you can buy Cynthia's piano, basically, in that game. It was like, I wish that was carried over. But, you know, money in that game. That's also one thing I wish Pokemon, that, they would have brought back in these games. Is just like Scarlet, Violet, and stuff in general, is the Versus Seeker. Because, like, what's your number one way of making money other than selling shit you get in raids in this game? Oh, yeah, that's right, the Ace Academy tournament. And then rebattling Team Star. After you beat every other trainer in their game, those are your options to make money. Could Eevee grow naturally but convenient one, just buy them all? Yeah. Straight up, yeah. I mean, you can find the feathers at Lake, I think it's Lake Casaroya or Casaroya Lake, whatever. But I think we're at like 6 or 7 sandwiches right now without a shiny Iron Thorns popping up. Like, we're getting to the point where I am actually strongly considering Lag Lake, basically. Or, as I like to call it, Isle of Armor Part 2, Veluza Bugaroo. It's like, the Sharpedo and Isle of Armor DLC for Sword and Shield was just too much. Whoever thought that this is a great mechanic, constantly getting run into by Sharpedo. Surely nothing our player base will love and appreciate that. Bro, really? You better be knocking me towards a shiny. He did not, in fact, knock me towards a shiny. Yeah, but like Veluza in this game is like, it's just like Sharpedo. Why? God, imagine the shiny's been spawning in the walls the entire time. I would like to get at least like one shiny before stream ends. But I will say, Iron Thorns does not make this easy. Yeah, I'm talking to you and your species, dude. Is this the Muktarok theme? Yep, it is. You know, we're talking about, you know, Lag Lake, and here's a water boss. Like, how perfect is that? Colgera has the best theme. Muktarok being smaller than Sidon will always be funny. Queen Goma. Oh, sorry, Queen Gibdo. That was a boss that confused the heck out of me for the first time I fought her. Because the first time I fought her, I didn't have Reju. Because, and once again, this is, I guess, technically spoilers for Tears of the Kingdom. I went searching below Hyrule Castle for funsies to see if I could find any good late game loot, because that was the thing you could do in Breath of the Wild, was, you know, you search around the final boss area. As long as you don't go in there, you'll be fine. I thought, it was like, okay, wherever this final boss thing is, I just gotta not interact, like, with whatever door area. Landed, triggered the Demon King's army fight, and then I triggered the boss rush. I had no idea what to do for Queen Gibdo for a while. All I knew is all of a sudden I was getting all these things, all the Gibdos and stuff spawned at me, and I was like, okay, I don't know what's going on. I'm hardly doing any damage. What is this? And then I switched to, like, my one fire weapon. I was like, oh, okay. Marbled Goma. Complete disappointment. That one was pretty easy when I realized, like, oh, I can just ascend through and smack this. I don't even need... And then, you know, I did that. I didn't even do... I don't think I even really used Yunobo much in that boss fight. Seized Construct. It took me a little bit to figure out the way to damage that one. I didn't realize it would be like full-on Rock'em Sock'em robots, but once again, like I said, Queen Gibdo, Marble Goma, and Seized Construct, along with Phantom Ganon. Yeah, fought those all but Phantom Ganon basically for the first time. Because of the accidental boss rush trigger. I will say, I had been dunking on Phantom Ganons at that point in the game, with only 2 temples down. So, yeah. Final boss. Oh, that was... The look on my face when I saw the health bar, and I was like, oh man, I'm already low on fair. Why isn't the health bar stopping during the second phase? Because, like, the first phase was already cool enough, you know. Then you have that second phase, and then he gets that massive health bar, and then he flurry rushes you, basically. That was great. And then, you know, I love how the cinematography of the final, basically, playable cutscene for the end of the game. You know, I will say cinematically that is more, you know, there's the one great shot against Dark Beast Ganon in Breath of the Wild, which is when you rear back on your horse, getting ready to go at him. But yeah, end of Tears of the Kingdom. Really, it felt a lot more rewarding, kind of, for me, just because, you know, I fought all those I fought 4 bosses in a row, and then I got to face Ganon. I will say Master Koga being back. You know, yeah, spoilers, whatever. Master Koga being back, I cheered so hard because I always thought he was goofy, right? He's lovable goofy. You know, oh yeah, he's trying to kill. He kills people. Okay, yeah, but he's a goober. He's a goober. You know. And then Age of Calamity. When the Yiga clan, and this is spoilers, when the Yiga clan switches sides in Age of Calamity, fucking excited me to play as Master Koga, because even his quotes and stuff, everything like that, and the voice acting. That's the one thing with Tears of the Kingdom I really wish they kept, is from like Age of Calamity, is having Master Koga be voice acted. Missed opportunity there. Like, no shot. I was like, why didn't you do this? I think they could also let Yona speak more than just text box sounds. Hey, welcome in, Thunder Race. I don't have anything against Yona. It's like, I know the Sid Link shippers are all pissed off that Sidon got a wife, but and it's like, you've been pairing Link, like, canonically, it's been Link and Zelda for these sets of games. To see them go back on that would have been like, all right, like, not to bash, you know, those who were respectful of the ships, but it's like, you know, you can't just go out there and say it's homophobic because you didn't get your ship fully. And also, you know, it is what it is. It's like, she was never mentioned in Breath of the Wild. Well, yeah, there was bigger problems at bay. You know, the entire domain's about to flood. It's not like, oh yeah, by the way, I have this best friend who lives in another domain. You know, for random, no context, no reasoning. Yeah, I thought you should know. And the fact that people went after Yona's voice actress a bit was like, that was just sad. Because I do like Yona's design. I think it's good. But Master Koga, I wish they had actually kept the voice actor from Age of Calamity and let him go off in Tears of the Kingdom, like. It's like, yeah, the little screams and grunts and stuff, that's great. Age of Calamity's voice acting for Master Koga, it was perfect. It was like casting Ian Sinclair for Kaguya-sama Love's War as the narrator. It was just one of those perfect things. It's like, this is everything I wanted. I will, but yeah, Phantom Ganon, though, complete joke once you figure out the Gloom Hands. Like, I figured out pretty quickly, like, oh, when I killed my first Gloom Hands, that is like, oh, wait, I take a picture of Phantom Ganon, I'll know whenever a Gloom Hands is nearby. And I said that in a comment section on TikTok, and people got blown away. They're like, wait, that works? And I was like, yeah. So that was fun. But Phantom Ganon, he's so easy when you can like 6-shot him when you have the Master Sword. He's just not challenging. It's like, whenever I need a bow, I'll go hunt down a gloom spawn, and then I'll just like, all right, Dazzle Fruit bomb, Dazzle Fruit bomb. Okay, now we fight Phantom Ganon, 6 hit him, and I have a bow. He's pretty easy to avoid if you know what you're doing. But yeah, welcome in Thunder Ace. Sorry, I'm talking Tears of the Kingdom. There is some spoilers being said if you haven't finished the game already. Hopefully the music's at a decent level. And once again, if anybody ever has questions like, "Hey, what's that song playing?" Don't be afraid to ask in chat. I'm more than happy to answer the playlist identifying questions. So, but in the description there are all the there's a list of the games that are on have the battle themes on tonight's soundtrack. Because right now this is feeling like a battle because we're on our 3rd sandwich with 6.5 minutes left, and I still haven't seen a single shiny tonight. But I do want to have like a stream in the next few weeks where I just talk with you guys about like content like you wouldn't mind watching or would look forward to seeing, stuff like that. Like, obviously, right now I can't play like anything like Starfield or like Baldur's Gate because I just don't have. Well, I have enough storage space for like one of those games, and that's about it. But like as far as I have for like a game library, like I'd love to go over like, okay, I have all these, in your opinion, what would you like to see first? Because it's one thing, like, as a smaller creator, it's like, I feel like I can definitely be a little bit more in touch with my audience than I can if I was, just, like, Blitz do, like, 100,000 subs or something like that. It's like, right now I'm at the point where it's like, I want to entertain you guys. Like, yeah, there's gonna be nights where I'm just gonna like, all right, this is what we're doing, because I want to do it. But I just want to make sure that everyone's having a good time. And also it does help a lot with planning on like, all right, because I've thought about doing like a full live stream series and do like 3 of this game in a week, and then maybe like, 2 of this, and we go, flip-flop between the 2. But, like, I am thinking at least, like, once or twice a week to stream on Twitch. Oh my god, what is the... What the... I hate Miraida in this game. I'd rather ride a horse in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Well, in my opinion, you're a great shooter, so keeping in contact with your users is smart. Yeah, I was like I said, I'm gonna be using that community tab like a lot, just for those people who aren't following me on Twitter, because I don't have a Discord right now. I was like, I'm holding off on that until like 500. So the community tab is gonna be my way to keep in contact with and keep you guys updated right now. Because like I'm, Twitter, I do follow like a lot of passion stuff, like webcomics and stuff like that. That is another big love of mine that it borders on addiction sometimes. But you know, I know some people are like, I don't really like this topic that he's retweeting a bunch. Like, it's football season. I'm a big Seahawks fan. But like the community tab is gonna be like streaming related. Like if I have to cancel a stream or something like that, I'm gonna tell the community tab. If I buy a new game that I plan on streaming, I'm gonna tell the community tab. So make sure you have notifications on. Yeah. Yeah, so it's like if you ring the notification bell, it should let you know on the community tab, or at least just like if you're curious on if I'm gonna stream that night, like check it if I don't say so at like the end of a stream. Because usually by about noon Pacific, or probably the 1 o'clock Pacific, if you don't see a stream has been scheduled, check the community tab, because then I'll probably say like, yeah, I just haven't streamed it yet, or like I might say like, hey, I'm feeling extra tired, might take the I'm taking the night off, which I know right now with the influx that's been happening, I kind of wonder is like if I take a day off, is that gonna damage that bit? But when I had that power outage the other night, it didn't really damage it much. But like I said, with the game that I was gonna stream during when the power went out, well, not power, power outage, internet outage, sorry. When the internet went out, the game I was going to stream then, I am going to push that back. Oh, yeah. If I'm off work or, like, early, or I have the day off, yeah, there's going to be other streams. And I'll probably, like, days where I'm off right now, I might try and stream, like, 2 times a day when I have those days off. I will say Saturday, this upcoming Saturday the 9th, I'm not going to be streaming that day. I got a family event, so but yeah, usually it is going to be late night, and that's just because that's how it works with my schedule. It's like it is hard for me to pull myself out of bed at a time that is more normal. Is most of my subscriber base asleep, probably? Well, the existing stuff beforehand? Yeah, but it is what it is. We're gonna build the Insomniac game. Insomniacs and Europeans, basically. This is, I think, what the base is gonna be for a while. Like, if it gets to the point where, like, at my job, where we get more people who can work the nights, then absolutely I might talk to the boss and say like, hey, I can start I'm willing to start doing some mornings more often now, and so that way we can like get going a little bit earlier. Family comes first, of course. Yeah, well, it's not that like I couldn't, because the family event's at my house, but it is my it's my dad's 51st birthday party. So he's going to be blasting music and stuff like that, and have a bunch of friends over, which would all get picked up by my mic. The stream or stuff like that would probably get copyrighted. And is that sandwich already out? Oh man, sandwich is out. Okay. That is a very bright Caparada. Yeah, so yeah, I kind of don't want to get the stream copyrighted or anything like that. There's something back there. I swear there's something back there. But yeah, he's asleep right now. But it's just
he's throwing a big ol' shindig here, so it's just one of those where,
you know, just because everything going on, this, you know, I don't know how late the party's gonna be going, so yeah, I just to err on the side of caution, like, I'm taking Saturday off. Like, Tuesday we might do a double stream if I don't go anywhere, which will be like Unite over on Twitch, and then something else here, which I'm thinking about having that being the community stream choice day, which I am gonna need people to actually vote and hopefully not tie it. Oh, yes. Yes, I do. So, my YouTube avatar and, like, you know, that character you see on the banner is made by Miranda Munt, aka Anna Doodles, who made the webtoon Muted, and also works on the webtoon Lovebot with their wife. I am also friends with a couple other webtoon creators and talk with them, and I have an entire wall in my room that is just webtoon prints. I have Suitor Armor, My Dragon Girlfriend, Those Who Sleep, I'm the Grim Reaper, Soul on Hold, Purple Hyacinth, Unfamiliar, Brimstone and Roses. I have a wall scroll of a business proposal. You know, I spend probably too much per month on webtoon related stuff, because I also have a bunch of other stickers from other webtoons. Yeah. But yeah, streaming at other hours, that's just gonna really depend on like what time I'm off, or like probably during winter there might be some earlier streams during winter, just because I'll probably have some days where like I start work later, so I'll wake up probably and then stream for a little bit and then go to work, come back, maybe stream again. But I just gotta be careful on some of these double streams, because YouTube will only gives me, at least I think for like streams and videos, it will only give you a certain amount of pings. Even if you turn on for notifications for all, it'll only notify your subscribers, I think, like 2 or 3 of them a day. So, but I'm not even sure if the community posts are included in that, and I've talked to a couple other content creators and they're not sure either. They're pretty sure it doesn't, but like the big YouTubers I know don't really respond when I ask questions, which is, you know, it's a given. But well, I just read furry comics. Hey, whatever floats your boat. I'm not gonna sit here and judge people who are furries. Like, I've never had any ill will towards them, or so. But yeah, it's like I also have like webtoon plushies from Brimstone Roses, Asian Demon Queen, Muted. Yeah. Yeah. You're good. This is a safe space. Like, I know I don't really have many mods, so but if I see somebody in chat pulling stuff like that, I'm gonna make sure I crack down. That's one thing with when I get to 500 subs and I make the new Discord server, is I'm gonna be, before I open it to everybody, I'm gonna hopefully have some mods in there and be like, all right, this is, you know, this is the zero tolerance stuff, this is the warning stuff, you know, if they do this stuff, immediate ban, and just tell me what they did later. So yeah, it's like But that is if I get to 500 subscribers, which it could be a while. It's like unless someone massive raids me, in which case then it's like, oh yeah, we're at 500, and then it's gonna be like, oh man, I gotta rush getting the Discord ready and open. Yeah. Well, even so, it's, you know, I think I've had, like, peak viewers was when Dan rated us the other day, and we had peaked at like 12, and I think the Mewtwo stream we peaked at 8 concurrent. So I've never needed to have the mods per se, and like even on things where it's like, yeah, there would, you know, mods usually take care of it. It's like I can take care of that myself right now, just because, you know, there isn't a whole lot of people, so I don't have to do a whole lot of modding, which, you know, I'm very appreciative that everybody is well behaved. Doesn't hurt to be prepared, though. If you keep at it, you'll get there faster than you think. Yeah, I mean, this is the second fastest spurt that my channel has grown at, because I did grow like 100 subs in one night back a few years ago, just because there's this when YouTube announced their whole partner policy change, there's a big small channel promotion thing, and it was going on Twitter, and so I was, you know, I took part and was promoting my channel, and I had like 100 people subs. Haven't really seen anybody from that in chat, but you know, it's fine. You know, but as far as like actively, like from my streams growing, this is the first time that really it's in a long time that the channel has been growing, and I'm very happy, because, you know, I've been waiting for years for when I get a PC, so that way it's like, alright, I'm not just doing just chatting streams on a Kindle or an iPad. I can actually stream the content that I've been wanting to stream, which is gaming. You know? And now when I make dumb jokes on a game playthrough, other people will hear them. It's not just me in my room alone at 1 a.m. Hey, sorry, I have to say bye. I'll be going to see you later. Take care, Thunder Ace. Hope you have a great rest of your day or night, depending on your time zone. But yeah, this my chat is a safe space for, you know, LGBTQIA, furries, you know. As long as you're not causing problems, cool. You know, don't be hateful in my chat. That's basically what the chat rules are going to be coming down to. Is like, don't spam, don't be hateful, and then we're good. I am thinking maybe I should switch to hunting the other area. You know, the less moderation I have to do right now, the happier I am. You know, because like I'm glad I found out that you can actually make it so that way only mods can post links. which really stops a lot of the bots dead in their tracks. Yeah, I bet one of these Talon Flames has probably been shiny and I've just missed it. I'd almost put money on it, except for, you know, knowing my luck, that's also a no right now. I'll say I did make a good choice tonight. Rather than just wearing my jeans from work and stuff like that. Oh yeah, I wonder that all the time about the just like how many shinies I might have missed. And also just because they can spawn in the walls. I will say, it's like I found my pair of pajama pants, so I'm wearing those right now, and I am feeling very cozy. You know, not having to wear, you know, my cargo shorts or anything like that. So. These little squad spawns are just like, oh yes, here's the one Pokemon that spawns in the encounter table, and oh yeah, it spawns so many around it. I always wonder like how many I passed when I'm playing the games where they don't have the overworld shinies. Like, oh yeah, I could have walked right by the patch, that one tile of grass that would have gotten me the shiny. Yeah, there's been a couple times I heard it and then I didn't see anything. And then I leave the area and then I forget. And then I remember like all of a sudden I was like, wait a second. If I hit the tree, the shiny probably would have dropped down or something like that. But that is definitely a game that I do want to shiny hunt on for stream. It's just a matter of like picking a target. You know, for such a good thumbnail that I think tonight had, we sure aren't finding the good shiny. Whoa, what the? Because like space-time distortion hunting, I won't. There's not really much we can do on that one because it's just the waiting so long for it to happen and then maneuvering. But if it was like outbreak hunting on PLA, I could see generic doing that, just like generically hunting for shinies in there. Target shinies, that's a little less like but like outbreak hunting PLA, I could totally see doing a stream or two of that if people are down for it. Yeah, but I'm just glad that they have the jingle in PLA, because in this game, it sorely needs that jingle. Especially when you have tiny Pokemon like Flabebe and like Floette or like Tynamo, and it needs to just not be the jingle in the once animation. I think it should shed spawns like, well, shed the stars like continuously, kind of. So that way you know, like, hey, the shiny is right here. Come and get it. Yeah, we're gonna try something. Because I've actively wondered, like, how many Floette have I walked by that have possibly been shiny? Alright. So 3 locations for Iron Thorns. I know it's all still the same odds, but you know, sometimes you just gotta like switch up, maybe. Did I write you darker? Oh, no, he's not. Okay. I'm kind of curious on what Nintendo's plan for Zelda in the future is, because it's like, how do you follow up Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom without without obviously, like, you can easily do a Warriors game for like Imprisoning War, but you know, I think they're gonna be like, Zelda game without Link, that might be a little risky. Yeah, it's like eventually I'm gonna have to play Zelda on the channel. You know, as long as I have Hylian in my my channel name, I think the longer I go without playing a Zelda game, the more it's gonna be like, I think there might be like trolls eventually showing up, going like, hey, you need to change your name. And the funny part is, like, they'd actually be like, they'd be accurate there. It's like, yeah, I would. Yeah. But here's the thing. I've beaten Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom already. It's like, I could play the older Zelda games. Some of them I need some certain equipment to play. Like, I think if I could find an old copy of it and then somehow hook it up, I think it would be absolutely hysterical to play the Zelda CDI games on stream. I think that would be funny. If I could hook up whatever it is and get that running. But if I could find a way to get a CDI window captured, yes, Wand of Gamelin. Because, like, I think, because I haven't seen many people play it on YouTube. Like, just on titles. Like, I haven't watched the playthrough because eventually I'd like to go in kind of blind playing it. If that makes any sort of reasonable sense. But, like, deep down, I'm hoping if I did that, it would do well. And bring in some more traffic. Like, I know it sounds bad. It's like, yeah, I like being a small streamer right now. But also to sit there and at the same time go like, yeah, I want to bring in the views. It's like, I want to build a community where people can be happy. Like, I like entertaining people. I want to entertain people. You know, I want to do what I like doing. You know, it would be nice if I could eventually make a living off of. Please tell me that didn't just happen. Okay. I, for a split second, thought I saw the top of a shiny Iron Thorns, and then it despawned because I got too far away. I was about to be livid. Nope, it was just the Iron Hands. Versus when you actually see a shiny spawn moving in the wrong direction, you watch it vanish. Yup. 120%. I have had that happen before, although I've had my map open, and I was about to teleport, and then I shoot the shiny spawn in. It's happened to me twice. But if we don't get it tonight, I'm definitely going to make an attempt to get some Herba Mystica, and we're going to come back and we're going to electric Herba Mystica this. Oh, I love this this track. Oh, that's another game that if I had my PC back when it came out, I would have definitely streamed live. Fire Emblem Engage. Unfortunately, I've already beaten the game and the DLC, so... Although, people were asked... I've had, like, 2 people ask me to do a sword playthrough. I don't know if it's the same person, like, on 2 accounts. But, like, if I did a sword playthrough, it'd be, like, a regular... Just a regular vanilla playthrough. 2009... Night. Yeah, I need to organize my home boxes. And the only thing I have with that is I'm worried how streaming Pokemon Home would work, because like it's one of those where it's like even with Unite, I wait till I'm in the menu screen so that way my support number or whatever doesn't boot up, so that way someone can't just like steal everything I have. But like, I'd have to double check if it's possible. If we want to have a Pokemon Home organizing stream, that is something we could also do. But at some point, probably in the next 2 months, we will have my first time playing Genshin Impact, because I downloaded that game because I was figuring, you know what, why not? And I'll probably name the stream title, Let's Hope I Don't Get Hyperfixated. Because I've seen people who are like, yeah, no, I don't really get addicted to the games, and then they get the Genshin, it's, they're gone. See ya, nice knowing you. You are lost into the gacha pools. Never played Genshin himself, and good luck not getting hyperfixated. Yep, it'll be a challenge. I'll make a joking speedrun out of it. Not get addicted. Well, world record. Because how long is it until I, like, realistically just start, like, on stream spending real life money for, stuff in a game? Because it's gonna be bound to happen at some point where I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna throw money. Well, I am thinking like next time I just like chill Iron Valiant, I might just like raffle it off to people in the chat. If I can find wherever people go for their little spin wheel things. The hunt is over! The hunt is over!
This is totally fine. Oh, look at him. Oh, you pain in my ass. You realize how many hours I've been looking for you on stream? Over 2 today, and I think we had like a 3-hour looking a while ago. Oh yeah, charge that electric type move. Yeah, exactly. They have rewarded me. You know, can I hit him? I'm gonna try and hit him. Oh yeah. You know, we talk about Genshin Impact, and then Iron Thorns shows up. Do we just name this Genshin? Like, I mean, we're gonna catch this thing eventually, so like, nickname suggestions in the chat. Seems legit. Okay, so we can just move him. Well, technically he's still the target until we actually catch him. I don't like that this is the music playing in the background for it, though. The only reason I'm not going to attack again is because I think a crit rapid spin would knock him out. There we go. I do wonder how long the delay between when I hear you and when I type stuff. Is there a way to check? Yes, I could pull up the stream. Myself here. Give me just a moment here. I think I actually do have it pulled up. Yes, I could pull up the stream. Test. Okay, it's like a 10-second delay. Yeah, it's about a 10-second delay. Okay, it's like a 10-second delay. Maybe less. Alrighty. Yeah, like I set it to ultra low latency, so you know, just that way, it isn't like that that one stream the other night where it was, you know, minutes of a delay. So, all right, let's see your summary. Of course, it's a naughty nature because it didn't show up for so long. Alrighty. Genshin, you're going to the boxes. And put them in the right box. Cool. So what do we hunt now? As the sandwich expires, too. Yeah, that's my third shiny Iron Thorns, but I wanted to catch one on stream. But yeah, I have a couple shiny stars there. I can't remember any of their names off the bat. Let me see. I think I have one on this game right now. Where is he? Oh yeah, Red Eyes. So I think I was messing around, so I think I named it to Red Eyes Black Dragon or something like that. I think it was a Yu-Gi-Oh reference. But what is the next hunt? What should we hunt for now? Or more of my legends from Legends as well. Yeah, I mean, I've got a lot of extra legendaries from Pokemon Go. What should we hunt? Only brought Arceus Legends and Calyrex from Shield. Yeah, I brought over a bunch just to possibly level up. Let's see. Okay. I'm just looking through the shinies, seeing what we could get here. Honestly, Toadstool and Toadscroll might be a fun one. You can also do Relor. Cloth. Varuman, Repavroom, Cyclozar, Orthworm. Satotl. I want a shiny Satotl. I don't want to do Tatsugiri because I don't feel like punishing myself. What do we actually hunt? Is it my turn to hunt a shiny Applin, maybe? Okay, so it is a green shiny. Like, we could always just go like the casual route and we could just hunt an Iron Valiant before stream. Well, let's take a look gander at the old Pokedex here. see what we can do. We could look for a shiny pooper, but I feel like it's too close of a color to the same. Smaller could be nice. Poodle, Oricorio, Ampharos, Petalil would be nice. I don't even know where you show up, to be honest. Rarely seen. Oh, Default for Shaking Trees. Okay. Honestly, kind of tempted maybe Riolu. Riolu or Gumi? Ryomi, Gumi, Toadstool, Cloth, Fomantis. Oh, Heracross. I can hunt that. That's why I just wish there was like a general sparkling power. You know what? Let's see, what color, what shiny sand do you guys look like? Oh, that's a nice shiny. Okay, I think I'm gonna go for Sandy. Because we're only gonna do one more sandwich and then we're gonna answer. Because we're already past that 2 hour mark. So. So we're gonna do one more sandwich. One more. Yeah, I don't have one, so. Okay. Okay. Pretty sure I know where you spawn. Yeah, okay, we're going over there. This means I look up the recipe. Ground 2 herb sausages, 4 noodle. Why is it always the noodle? Oh, I should probably say that I got a. Picnic. I hope I have herb sausage. Herb sausage. Okay, so it's 2 of these, 4 noodle, and then was it whipped cream? Yeah, whipped cream. Oh, this looks absolutely disgusting. I would never eat this. Like, most of the curry from Sword and Shield and then this is like the methodology and the food. As someone who works in a deli, also, this is probably not safe to eat. Oh yeah, I do buy a lot of food. I want to be prepared for shiny hunting. That is not tasty. That is a bunch of foods that should not be mixed. Alright, here we go. I think this is the best area to hunt for it. I mean, if we get it, well, I'm just going to switch over to where Toad Scroll is. But we're going to go till this sandwich runs out, and then... depending on how many people we have watching, we might go on a raid. Hi, Josh! How are you doing today? We got the shiny Iron Thorns. It only took like 8 sandwiches. Yep. And we named it Genshin because we were talking about Genshin Impact when I bumped into it, so. So now we are looking for a shiny Sandygast. While also just collecting more LP to buy sandwich stuff later. I mean, what? Honestly, using home and moving a bunch of Pokemon around to generate the home points that you can then use to buy more stuff with LP, they really should have thought that through a little more. So between selling stuff from raids and that basically, you can get pretty rich pretty quick. But yeah, I do keep my stacks of food. I used to buy just the stuff for fairy sandwiches, but when you start wanting to shiny hunt more than that, you gotta buy a little bit more. Stop playing with the birds. How are you doing today, Josh? I believe you said you were UK, so yeah. How are you doing? It's getting close to the end of the morning there. I am also tempted to do another stream of helping YouTube raids. Or at least attempting to help. It's a good thing Sandy Gas has a high encounter table already over here, because then we get more spawns. However, if I encounter a shiny, like, Wiglet, I'm not gonna know how to catch it, because it always just zips right back down. I'm sorry, go in peace. Oh, that's a Skiploom. That took me a moment to... Took me a second to register that that was not, in fact, a shiny Hoppip. I'm curious on how many Toad School and stuff we get to spawn. Going up there, but this is the shiny I told myself to get, because it is a nice shiny too. Never tell if you are shiny or not. I love how my Meowscarada is just going over and just punting. Wow, okay, yeah, okay, well. Cyclozars. Yeah, Tadbulb is another one where I think if they had the sparkle animation, like Tadbulb, Flittle, like both those generation could use a constant sparkle overworld animation. It is something I wish they had in this, and to be honest, they could still add it with DLC. Do I think if they hid that feature behind a paywall, that'd be all right. No, I think it should have been. It should be a base game, base update feature, just like how with the Pokédexes, that you can just. I did not even run into you. Shut up, Crabrawler. Also, we are 1,000 points away from the stream boss being dead, so like 4 more subscribers and the stream boss is dead. Who will kill it? It sounds a little weird because like I am the stream boss. Beep beep, coming for the shiny. Where's the shiny? Other than the one I caught on the last sandwich. I do like for the action. What hit point thing? What HP thing? That? That's just hitting right on your pad. That's how you tell the sandwich how much time you have left on the sandwich. Or are you talking like the Kelpsy berries I picked up? Wait, no? Did I miss a shiny? Oh, yeah, the stream boss. Yep. Yep. Twitch followers and subscribers deal 250 to it. And, I think I have donations set to 1,000 for every $1. Or something like that. That's what I think I have it set. Or like 500 or 100. I don't know. But, there is an overkill factor, so... whoever kills the stream boss becomes the next stream boss. And yeah, it gets crazy with larger streamers, because some people have enough money in their wallets that they will just like kill the stream boss, and then somebody will kill them and they'll kill them right back. It's just, yeah, but it's a nice little like gauge for me on like how we're growing, how we're changing, because like we've yet to kill a stream boss. One, because I've also accidentally reset myself using test subscribers and stuff at one point, so just to test if all my widgets were working. Like if I do a test donation, it actually kills the stream boss, and some random what was it? Stock photo dude takes over, or the stream boss mascot Kevin will take over a stream boss, and we'll just have like a butt ton. Well, yeah, it works for Twitch or YouTube. It's just a lot of other Pokemon YouTubers will do it. I do it just for funsies. Like I could make it really small, put it up in the corner, but for the most part, I've started to move things around on my layout. Like I've been experimenting with it, obviously. If you look at like when I first started streaming, like last week, the layout was different. The stream boss was like top left corner and stuff like that. But I'm trying to make it so that way it still looks like full, because I don't have like a fancy stream layout right now. Because I'd have to commission one, and a little bit of broke after spending $800 on a PC. Slowpoke's another one that it needs the sparkles. I think Wattrell could use them too, or at least whatever the pre-evolution is. But yeah, a lot of my layout ideas are, some of them are like borrowed from other streamers that I've watched. But also, like, I know a lot of streamers say, like, oh, you shouldn't put your sub count and stuff like that on stream, but, like, no, I do it because, this only, updates with public, subscribers or something like that. Same with the stream boss. So, when somebody subscribes and they're not public, I won't know. That's why I like having the counters there, so that way when somebody does, I can still acknowledge and thank them for it. I'm not gonna know. I'm not just be like, oh hey, we managed the game one at some point. It's like, no. That's why I'm hoping like I can catch it out of the corner of my eye, and then so I can thank them for it, which I think has happened like a few times. But it's just there so that way like I can still show my appreciation to people. You know, even if they want to be like publicly noticed or not with the alerts. You know, because I am grateful. I'm a small channel. You know, any interaction for a small channel like that it's a good thing. So, yeah. Like, I definitely could clean up the layout a little bit. But I think for right now it is working for the most part. Like, yeah, I could clean up chat. Like the chat bar, make it smaller, but also like if somebody wants to watch the live stream on their TV, you know, they're not going to know what's being said in chat. They're just going to hear me respond. So that's why I like having chat on stream, too. Is that way people who are on other methods of watching the stream can actually see... they'll have context on what's going on. Let's put it that way. Okay, we're halfway through this... So yeah, I apologize for like repeated ramblings of like sometimes the same topic over and over again, but like I said, I'm still learning. Streaming is still a learning experience for me. Fair point, yeah. Yeah, it's like, I know there's some people who get like irritated, like, oh man, he's thanking everybody again. Oh, this is the 5th time this stream. It's like, of course I'm gonna be thankful. What is interesting is like a lot of the ghost types won't spawn during the day, but Sandy Gas is like one of the few that do, and it makes sense, you know, beach. Watch a lot of Zelda randomizer on Twitch, and the streamers repeat themselves like 1,000 times for people just joining and whatnot. So I'm used to repeated rants. Yeah, the one thing I have sort of purposely not set up for myself here is the live viewer count, just so that way I don't I don't start getting like depressed if I see like, oh, I have 0 active, you know, 0 viewers watching or something like that. It's like I don't want to hold myself to that. Like subscriber count, yeah, sure, if it goes down, all right, it goes down. But if it's like a 0 for like half the stream or something like that, I'd rather not know. Because then I'm not really like as demoralized, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want to like sound like I'm trying to like guilt trip people to come in to watch the stream, but yeah, it's like one thing is like, because I used to do that. I used to have things so that way it was like, oh yeah, so way anybody who watches the stream, you know, I can, you know, tell them welcome. But then, you know, when it started being like most of my streams used to be like, oh, you have 0 viewers, it was affecting my attitude towards streaming in a way. So, you know, it's also more fun just sometimes to go on complete tangents and, you know, by myself about some things. Like, do I like having a chat and talking with chat? Yeah. You know, I'm very, very glad to have a chat now compared to the old days. But it's like, you know, I just want to make sure chat is also like enjoying what's going on too. I'm not sure if I'll ever do like a Zelda randomizer or anything like that, just because once again that's like emulators and stuff like that, and I'm pretty sure like Nintendo at least is, or Game Freak doesn't like them, but like a Zelda randomizer would be interesting. I just don't know Zelda games like the back of my hand. Like, I still have to use a map to get through the Fire Temple in Ocarina of Time. Water Temple, like, on the 3DS is a lot easier because, like, you can just follow the lines and, like, oh, yeah, here we go. Granted, I think there is still a way to soft lock yourself in the Water Temple. Yeah. Also because, like, a lot of the sites where you download emulators look really fishy. That's another reason why I stopped doing emulators. Is like, that, and when I tried to, like years and years ago, I tried to download the Dolphin emulator, and it just would not work. So eventually I'll need to get like a capture card or something like that that'll work for a Wii, and then I can start playing like some Wii games and stuff on stream. But I am thinking of having like some just chatting streams like within the next month or two. Just kind of like touch base with more people without there being a game. You know, like, all right, like what kind of music from like games that, you know, prefer, you know, so you guys wouldn't mind being out of the playlist, you know, taking recommendations on some stuff. Cause like I do at the same time, like as much as I want to keep, you know, people engaged, you know, I also want to make sure I'm still engaged with you guys too. So it's still a jumbled mess because it's like I'm still in that high of having a PC, I guess, is like a way of putting it. It's like, you know, I am technically being able to fully stream the sort of stuff for the first time, so like these are technically the highest quality live streams I've had, other than the few times I did Phasmophobia on my brother's PC, which is a game where I'm not. I will not play that game solo. I'm sorry to anybody who's like, who wants to see me get freaked out. It's like, one, I don't have a camera for it. What song is this? I can't remember off the top of my head what it was called. Oh, this was Shackled Wolves. Therp. I did try streaming several years ago, back in 2020. My internet laptop didn't handle it well. Yeah. So, when I first started streaming, I think it was 2017, I was trying to stream off of an Amazon Kindle Fire. I was able to complete a Fire Red randomized Nuzlocke, you know, thanks in part to my starter being absolutely broken. Because they handed me a Flaffy, because I got a Fire Red randomized ROM, and it's it actually had a physical special split. It was modded into the ROM. So, while that was great, yeah, my starter was a Flaffy that had, because the moves were also completely randomized. Same with like I think, can't remember if abilities were randomized or not off the top of my head, but like the movesets, completely random. My Flaffy starter knew Thunderbolt and Ice Beam right off the bat. And if anybody has any inkling of how competitive Pokemon works, that is something that they like to call having Bolt Beam coverage. Because no monotype Pokemon is going to resist both of those stabs. So, well, I proceeded to mow down that entire live stream series. I think I had 2 deaths the entire Nuzlocke. If you don't know what Nuzlocke is, it's a pretty much a implemented set of rules where you can only catch the first Pokemon you find in each route. If Pokemon faints, it dies. You have to nickname all Pokemon. Some people do more hard variations where, like I did, where they randomize moves, but they'll like set a level cap sometimes. I set one where I think it was like every 2 badges that I could try again on an encounter I failed. But that was one where I had my chat at that point, which I had a small chat when I did that. We agreed on for statics trades that even if I already caught a Pokemon on the route, I could go back, catch the Pokemon for the trade. And so that's how I ended up trading for a Ho-Oh. Which, yeah, became like the number 2 of the team. And, yeah, so that Fire Red randomized Nuzlocke, I think it's unlisted on there, but, it was very cringy. It was completely apparent that I didn't really know what I was doing back then. And for a good chunk, you know, I still don't. Kaizo, Ironmon, Nuzlocke, love watching those. Oh. Those Nuzlocks, like, one thing that I do, I will say is a guilty pleasure that I do is, I like to mess with my friends' hardcore Nuzlocks, which is when they will, especially because most of the time when they're, you know, hardcore Nuzlocks, if they hit, like, if you member, or if they hit, like, every few members, a random Mon on their team will die. So, one of my favorite streamers who I watched a lot, King Corfish, at one point, had it every time he got a member, a Pokemon on his team would die. He was looking really good after one gym badge. He had like a Mew and a couple other things, and just great. He even named a Slowpoke after me, and then I did the unthinkable. I became a member on like 4 or 5 different accounts. Team wiped him down to the Slowbro that he named after me, and then he ran into I think it was like a Regirock or Registeel that had explosion, and it killed him. So I completely demolished the run. In the matter of like 5 minutes, I completely buried the run. And then I think I did that to another Asteroid Mania as well. I've killed a couple of Tacos my friend Taco Tonic's mons. But it's something I cheekily do, because it's like, I am giving monetary support, but, you know, I've gotten to the point where, because also, when King Corfish did a Heart Gold until Silver randomized Nuzlocke, he got right up to Elite Four, and then I gifted memberships. And killed his entire team right as he entered the Elite Four. And so he was down to just a Deoxys trying to go through the Elite Four, and he lost. So that was fun. He was in shambles because he had a friend on call, because he's like, I can't believe I made Elite Four in a hardcore. So I didn't even know it was the finale originally. And when I got the push notification that said it was the finale, I knew what I had to do. And yeah, his chat hates me for that now. I haven't shown up in one of his live streams in a while because I'm like, the chat is probably not going to be super happy with me. Like with Tacos, it's fine though, because I've killed like, I think I've only killed like 2 or 3 mons so far, but yeah. Explosion. Oh yeah, definitely I have that evil troll grin when I do it. It's like it is so funny to me just to watch their, especially when they have a face cam, to watch the expression as they realize what I've just done. Yeah. So I have a lot of, you know, but like I said, I don't think I'll probably do any like randomized or hardcore Nuzlocks on the channel. Like maybe in the future, like if I hit over 1,000, because then we have the members, possibly if I can get monetized. Granted, I think my bit of a sailor mouth that I have on here, it could stop me, but you know. Even if they demonetize the video, at least give me like members and super chats eventually. But that is still a long ways away, because you need like 1,000 subscribers and like 400 hours of watch time in a year. Granted, we definitely have gone up in the watch time with the streams and stuff like that. So even like right now, you guys are helping if we somehow like get a sudden surge of subscribers. Which, that being said, like, if you ever know, like, anybody who's, like, insomniac and just wanting to, like, background noise, like, I don't mind being recommended out just for background noise. Like, it's fine. Like, you guys shouldn't feel pressured to chat if you don't want to, if I can put it that way. Is my sandwich over? Oh, it is. Well, let me just take a quick gander over here. Okay. So, unfortunately, it doesn't look like we have enough people to go on a raid right now. So I will say that we'll be live again probably around the same time, 11:15 p.m. tomorrow. I don't know with what. I'll have to. I appreciate it though. I mean, if you ever want to lurk, that is completely fine. Like we could do PLA shiny hunting. You know, I'll have to make a decision in the next probably like hour before I go to bed. because I gotta make a thumbnail for whatever we do tomorrow. But yeah, with all that being said, thank you so much for coming out. Thank you all for watching. Thank you anybody who's come back to rewatch this. It does mean a lot. And with that being said, you know, this is... Apex of the World is such a good song, though. It feels kind of ashamed that I'm ending it on Apex of the World. But, with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for all the support in the last 2 weeks. We'll be back again tomorrow at 11:15 p.m. Pacific time with something. And I will see you all then. Bye-bye. Take care of yourselves.